Before regret arrives, there is always surprise, not shock, not panic, but acquiescent miscalculation. She expected distance to weaken you. She expected silence to soften you. She expected absence to make you reach back out. Because in her mind, loss usually creates pursuit. But Stoicism teaches a different law. True loss reveals itself only when control disappears. And what doesn't expect is what happens to you first. 1. You don't collapse the way she assumed. When separation happens, many men unravel. They explain. They chase closure. They look for assurance. She expected that version of you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Instead of collapsing, you stabilized. Your emotions didn't spill outward. Your dignity stayed intact. Your routine remained solid. That calm confessed her because strength in loss was never part of her expectation. 2. Your life begins to narrow and sharpen. She thought your world revolved around connection, around availability, around emotional engagement. But something unexpected happens. Your energy turns inward. Your focus sharpens. Your direction becomes clear. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thoughtfulish." You stop explaining yourself. You stop signaling progress. You stop needing to be seen. And without announcement, your life gains momentum. She notices the shift not through words but through absence of need. 3. Your silence is calm, not bitter. This is where regret begins forming. But she doesn't recognize it yet. She expected resentment, coldness, emotional punishment. Instead, your silence is neutral. Marcus Aurelius observed, "Thebest revenge is not to be like your enemy." No passive messages, no indirect remarks, no emotional pressure. Your silence carries no hostility. And that unsettles her because without conflict the mind starts reflecting. 4. She realizes she no longer has emotional access. There was a time when she could reach you emotionally. A message would pull a reaction. A tone shift would change your mood. Distance would trigger pursuit. That access is gone. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." You still respond respectfully, but no turgently. You still listen, but not from dependence. And slowly she feels something unfamiliar. Irrelevance, no trajection, but removal from your emotional center. 5. Your stability makes the loss feel real. Regret doesn't come from loneliness. It comes from contrast. She compares the man you were with the man you became. The old version adjusted. The new one aligns. The old version waited. The new one moves. Epictetus reminded us. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. You don't tell her you've changed. She sees it in how little you need to prove anything. And that's when regret stops being abstract. 6. She understands too late what shellist. The final realization arrives quietly, not as desperation, not as tears, but as clarity. She sees that you didn't disappear. You evolved. And what evolved can't be reclaimed through familiarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Time is like a river made up of events which happen." She realizes she didn't lose attention. She lost access to a man who learned how to stand alone. She doesn't expect regret to arrive this way. Not through drama, not through confrontation, but through your composure. You didn't punish. You didn't chase. You didn't try to be missed. You simply chose self-command over emotional reaction. And when a man does that, regret follows naturally. Not because he demanded it, but because he outgrew that bliss where he was once taken for granted. This is Stoicism,